heard that Instagram has put in 1 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B. They are trying to incentivize us content creators to pretty much create content. The more content that is on their platforms is the longer that people stay on their platforms.
Yeah.
Technically, we are all employees. If you're creating content, Instagram is the boss, and we
Yeah.
are employees of them. That's how I look at it. In a weird way, you want to please the boss, so the more content you create, is the more likely that they will reward you. This is the latest episode of Behind the Gram. I am your guest, Heston of Social Varsity. I always like to say your favorite Instagrammer's favorite Instagrammer. And I am joined today by Leanne of Curve.marketing, and we are discussing how to make money on Instagram. And we're doing that using 4 features on Instagram. So without any more delay, let's get into it because we want to know how to make some money on the gram. My first question for you is, Instagram and TikTok both have methods for us content creators to earn money.
Yes.
Do you see this anytime stopping or evolving to another aspect?
Absolutely not. I don't see I don't see it stopping. I see it progressing and growing, but I also see others coming into the industry at some point or another. Because, you know, at the end of the day, there's always going to be something, another platform that's going to come in, that's being created, that is the new thing, right? Especially like TikTok, how it got rolled out. It's the same idea. So I definitely don't think it's ever going to end. And I think it's just going to get bigger and better.
Well, I'm hoping so. I really hope that they're listening to this and they take your words for advice, because I kind of agree as well. I don't think it'll change for the worse for content creators. Yeah. I think it'll only get better at this point. Whereas, you know, we've already heard that Instagram has put in 1 billion in towards content creators. Yes, that's billion with a B. They're giving out $1 billion towards content creators, and we'll discuss a few ways how they're doing that in a moment. But they are trying to incentivize us content creators to pretty much create content. The more content that is on their platforms is the longer that people stay on their platforms. And the longer people stay, the more money they make. Yeah. Technically, we are all employees. If you're creating content, Instagram is the boss. And we are employees of them. That's how I look at it, you know, and you want to, in a weird way, you want to please the boss. So the more content you create is the more likely that they will reward you, whether it's in views, in actual incentives, financial incentives. So it's only going to get bigger and better. But with that said, there are many ways for us to actually be incentivized by Instagram. So I want to kind of go over 4 features that we could use on Instagram today that could help us make money. So I would like to throw it off to you first. What is your first method that you would suggest for us watching to start making some cheddar on Instagram?
Hey guys, are you ready for this? So I have a few. The first one I would say is, obviously everybody wants to get endorsed and get sponsorships from different brands and companies. Great, love it. But the waiting period on that is, you know, let's think realistically. So when it comes to making money on Instagram, I always say 2 biggest things: sell products on Instagram, do courses. It's so easy. Like, you could have a link directing to, like, let's say a landing page that has a button to your courses. Bam, you take your leads, send it there, and you've got a sale. Or you can directly put your products on Instagram and connect it to any of your posts, your stories, whatever it is, to make a sale. Small business owners, I'm sure a lot of them know that there's a little button for, you know, support small business. You can connect your business to that. There's so many different ways to utilize Instagram for making money. It's just learning how to do it and actually doing it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And I would say, honestly, like, if you can, go into Facebook, create your little shop catalog, connect it to Instagram, and get it going. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, I fully agree. And another aspect of full transparency, we didn't share our answers for this, and that was one of my top ones. It was more specifically Instagram shop. So great minds think alike, because I was thinking Instagram shop, and I think it's so underutilized in regards to the bigger aspect. It is a great source right now for you to actually utilize and start putting out products. They actually do have a few brand sponsorships, like with Bravado/UMG. I know that they have a deal with, I believe the company's name is Spring, and they create custom t-shirts and hats. So you could actually do some form of drop shipping with these companies and then sell it right off of Instagram. You don't even have to keep the inventory. Straight from the company, let them be customized. You customize it how you want. Like maybe I have a social varsity hat and then I go and sell it on Instagram, you know? So there are ways you got to kind of think outside the box, but it's all within Instagram because you never leave the app.
Yeah.
You make the complete purchase all on Instagram, and it's much more user friendly for all of those customers. So yeah, we're definitely on the same wavelength right there. I like your first one.
I love that.
My first one, I'm going to make it a little bit related to what we're doing right now. We are on IG Live. Thanks everybody for joining. But there's actually a way that you could actually start making money with IG Live. They're called badges. And if you are capable of getting a badge, well, I'll go over what you might need. Criteria wise, first off, you need to be 18 plus. Also, for those that have 10,000 followers and more, you are then accepted into this program. Or I should say, you could now actually enter the program if you have 10,000 followers and more. And what it is pretty much is tips. So for those that are watching, if you guys were really loving the information that myself and Leanne is giving and you wanted to kind of help support us, you would be able to purchase badges and then tip the actual content creator. Now, there are different price plans in regards to this, as low as 99 cents if you wanted to kind of help the content creator, and the highest is $4.99. So it's a great thing for content creators to actually consider, because you could take what you were normally doing. Like if I had it, I would enable it right now. I do not have it, so don't go and look for it.
Almost there.
Almost there, almost. But for content creators, it's a great source of revenue because you're most likely already creating content on live. Yeah. So now you can actually put out that source of revenue out there for your supporters to actually help support you. And most likely what's going to happen is you're going to end up creating more content. You'll probably be going on live a lot more. And I've seen a lot of people doing this. You know, there is a great source of revenue. So if you have over 10,000 followers, I know that there's a limitation on that, but if you do have over 10,000 followers and you're not afraid of getting in front of the camera, I think it's a great option for you guys to consider. That was my first one. I wanted to know, what was your second or the third one in total of ways for us to make money on Instagram?
So I would say, because I brought up the whole getting a landing page, so that's something I've been preaching for a while now for people to get like a landing page. And a landing page is essentially just a one-page website with a button that says purchase, connected to Instagram, whatever that could be. Like you could be selling a course, which is super, super popular now. So that industry alone is worth about $325 billion. That is an ongoing, growing industry. And if you aren't building courses for yourself, or, you know, building something related to courses, I would get on it ASAP, because you'd be so surprised how much money you can make quickly out of doing courses.
That's a great option, especially if you have, and I don't think anybody can say that they don't have a skill. Everybody has some form of skill that is valuable to others. You just probably have to figure out what it is. But once you do, you have to figure out how to market it and actually create these courses around it. And that's a really great suggestion, because I'm assuming most of these platforms that you build these courses on, they're pretty low cost, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, everything involves a cost, but you're investing in yourself, right? So essentially, the first sale you make is going to, hopefully, it's going to pay off those costs that you're putting into building these courses. So yeah, and as mentioned below, there's ebooks, exactly, stuff like that. It's brilliant. You could literally do anything and convert it into a course, and you're golden. So like, you know, Heston said, no, everybody has a skill. You just got to utilize it.
Yes, absolutely. My next one, number 4, and I have a feeling you might have a bonus. You sound like you got a lot on your list, so I'll let you get off with a bonus. But speaking of bonus, my next one is the Reels Bonus Program. Now, I know there's still some form of, not everybody understands exactly what it is, so let me see if I can give you the best description of it. I'm actually a member of it, but not for this account, on my personal account. Now, what happened was Instagram popped up a message on my personal account that said, hey, you now have access to the Reels Bonus Program if you want, so you can enable it. There's no specific criteria. The only criteria that I discovered was you have to be actually less than 1 million followers. I think it's safe to say everybody watching might actually
Yeah.
be approval of that. Everybody, I don't think you're watching me if you have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
So if you have less than 1 million followers, but it is invite only. So you cannot do anything specifically to get that invitation. But once you get it, I strongly suggest you do it. Because if you were putting out reels for free, change that whole mindset and get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, from my understanding, they've kind of diminished the RPM. The RPM, the rate per thousand. So, you know, if, for example, some creators might be getting paid $10 per thousand views on their reels, it has decreased. I will give you that insight. It has decreased, but nonetheless, you are still getting paid for creating content directly from Instagram. To determine your eligibility, I would suggest you guys go into the professional dashboard and you'll see bonuses. At that point, if you see get started, that means that you have access to the Reels bonus program. And how it works, I mean, I've heard some people get paid as high as $35,000 a month. Now we're talking about top of the line accounts with, I won't say millions of followers, but they have a couple 100,000 followers. So it's easier for them to reach these milestones. But what they do is Instagram gives you a goal to reach. Let's just say it's 1 million views for your reels. If you hit 1 million views, you probably get something like let's just say $1,200. But if you don't hit that goal, you still get paid according to how many views you got. How they determine that is very different for each creator. You know, that's one of the discrepancies that a lot of people have problems with. But nonetheless, you're getting paid for content that you were going to post for free anyway.
Yeah.
So if you want, go ahead and check to see if you have access to this program. I know I've discovered a lot of people have access to it and they have not enabled it. And I think you're missing out. So go ahead, just once again to recite how to find out. You go to your professional dashboard off of your profile page, go to bonuses, and if you see get started, go ahead and tap that and it'll walk you through the process. So that's my last method of how to make money on Instagram. But Leanne, I want to throw it to you because I got a feeling you got a bonus fifth one.
Okay, so in terms of a bonus on how to make money on Instagram, affiliate marketing. That's my last.
Love it. Love it.
So I guess obviously if anyone is listening that doesn't know what affiliate marketing is, it's as simple as working with another business or a brand to share what their product or service is and making a commission based off of that. So affiliate marketing. It's great.
And it's such a simple one to do that you don't even have to wait to have like 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers. It's completely, you don't need a certain amount of followers to get into that. You can start right now with 10 followers.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more followers you have, the more likely you are to create sales, but you do not need to wait. So I think that's a great option because that applies to almost any platform, not just Instagram. You can do that on YouTube. You can do it on TikTok. You can do it on any platform and start making money with it. That's awesome. I knew you had a bonus one. Well, guys, I hope that you guys had your pens and papers out for that list of how to make money on Instagram using 4 features. Leanne hit you guys off with a bonus. I hope you guys took note of that. And I always say, go ahead, move forward with this information and step your gram up. If you got any value from that video, please hit subscribe for more and hit that notification bell so that you can be reminded of when my latest videos are live. If you're looking for more social varsity content, let me help you. Check out my latest video on how to improve your Instagram strategy in 7 different ways. And if that's not enough, check out my playlist on all videos related to Instagram strategy, tips, and news. See you in the next video.